it's important to make sure that you're using the right gun. So these are the best ARs and the best SMGs and the best loadouts to use in general at the moment. So I'm first of all just going to run through a few of the other long range metas before I'm going to get into the top spots. There's going to be chapters so you can check out which ones to go to. So I'm going to start off by talking about the AS44, which I think is going to be a popular underdog, and basically it's pretty difficult to use. I'm going to be honest, I was running it in plunder, and as you can see here, it's got a lot of recoil, I'm going to be honest, and when you're using it past 100 meters, it's pretty difficult to hit your shots. Even on the 3 times, and I tried to build recoil builds, I tried everything, I just couldn't really get a consistent build. When you do hit your shots, so if it's within, I reckon within 100 meters, you do absolutely laser, and as you can see by this graph here, the AS44 has the fastest time to kill of all the ARs that are in the meta. So it is technically the best, but I can't really recommend it as the top one, because for most players, including myself, it just requires a bit too much focus on recoil control, rather than just being able to hit your shots in general. So it's there, and it's pretty good, and there's the evidence for it. Now next up is going to be the M13 and the Cooper Carbine. I'm going to put these together, as I think in some situations they're basically the absolute meta. However, overall I don't think so, due to their kind of lower damage per mag, and also I think that the scope, the M13 isn't as clean. That's why I've put the Cooper together with it, because I think they kind of fit together, and they both have their highlights, but they're not for me personally. So the M13 build is on screen here. And as you can see by this graph, it does fit in. All of these guns fit in pretty nicely. The M13 at the closer ranges isn't going to be quite as good. However, when you fit into that mid-range, so probably 20 to 40 meters, as you can see, it's actually pretty much on par with the AS44. Now, the Cooper Carbine is slightly better at these closer ranges. However, at the mid-range, it's beaten out by the M13, so pick it as you will, they both have their strengths, but they do fit in. Now, next up is going to be the absolute meta ARs, which is going to be the NZ41 and the BAR. So the NZ41 has a faster time to kill. As you can see by this graph, it actually doesn't look like it's the best. Like, it has a pretty mid M13 time to kill at the really close range, and at the long range it's beaten by the Cooper and the AS44. However, it's really easy to control. It's like so much easier to control than the Cooper and the AS44. The reason the BAR's in the meta is equally, it's just so easy to use, and when you hit your shots, as you can see by the damage, it's got ridiculously high damage. Putting the SMGs together, because there's only a few SMGs, we're going to have the Marco, the Type 100, and the Blixen. There's only 3 that I'm going to talk about, because I think these are really the 3 best. Now, most people have been running the Blixen, however, personally, I've been running the Marco. As you can see by this graph here, the Marco has the fastest time to kill. However, this is only up to about 10 meters when it starts to be beaten by the other guns, especially Type 100. So I think the Type 100 is really an underdog here again. The only issue with the Type is the fact it's got such a small amount of rounds. Now, interesting, a lot of streamers have been running the Blixen, but I'm actually going to recommend the Marco. Now, obviously it's up to you, because both these weapons will hit. I think the main reason the streamers are using it is due to its movement speed and its strafe speed. They are ridiculous on the Blixen, and the Marco is not quite as quick. I just think that the time to kill difference is enough to make me use it. However, it's really up to you. So pairing these up into loadouts to kind of finish off, I'm going to say the NZ and the Marco, or the Blixen, because I think it's your personal choice, or the BAR, and then I think the other classes are kind of experimental. I wouldn't worry about how you pair them up. I think they'll work either way. I'm going to quickly talk about the sniper classes, as I don't really think sniping is the thing to do at the moment. However, if you do want to snipe, I'm going to recommend that you probably use the Marco or the Blixen, and then you're going to use the ZRG or the HDR if you don't have it leveled up. So the ZRG is definitely the best sniper to use, because you're going to get your one-shot headshots. However, I know not all people have that leveled up. There's a DLC gun added to Cold War. The HDR, it's fine, it works. It does a one-shot headshot. It's just a bit heavy. The reason I'm recommending the Marco and the Blixen is because I think if you're going to be sniping at the moment, you're going to be a higher skill player generally, so you're going to want to have an SMG to be using. However, if you don't think that you want to be playing aggressive and kind of risking that mid-range fight, just relying on your sniping skills, then you can also use ARs like the AS44 or the M13, just to combine it all and compile it just for the end of the video. Basically, the meta is going to be your NZ41 and your Marco or your Blixen. You can also use the BAR, and then the sniper meta is going to be the ZRG and the Marco or the Blixen. So overall, these are all the classes. If it's helpful, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've got any other classes or any other guns that you think are going to be meta that you're using but haven't been mentioned, please tell me down below, as I might make a gun specific video if the time to kill is that good. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.